The man suddenly noticed that everyone at the supermarket was panic buying. It felt a bit off, but Jack didn't think much of it. He quickly grabbed a few essentials and headed back home. Once home, he got so busy unpacking that he completely missed the urgent news breaking on TV. A new virus was spreading rapidly across the country. Those infected were losing their minds and becoming extremely violent. That night, a call from his sister, Sarah, revealed the truth the government was hiding. Sarah worked for the government and had inside information. She warned Jack that the virus was far more dangerous than the public was being told. She also mentioned the government had built a secret bunker and told Jack to meet her immediately so they could get to safety together. Without wasting a second, Jack booked a flight and decided to leave the city. But just as he was standing in line for boarding, the ticket control system suddenly crashed. Moments later, an announcement blared across the airport. All flights had been canceled. Soon, emergency alerts started screaming on everyone's phones. Due to the rapid spread of the virus, martial law was being declared nationwide. No one was allowed to travel freely anymore. Jack called his sister back, but she told him to return home and wait for the right moment. With no other choice, Jack pushed through the panicked crowds and left the airport. The roads were gridlocked with massive traffic jams. Seeing no way out by car, Jack abandoned his vehicle and started heading home on foot. When he finally reached his neighborhood, exhausted, his heart sank. The entire area was crawling with heavily armed soldiers. They were trying to restrain an uncontrollable man, Jack's neighbor, who had already turned. Seeing this only made Jack's urge to escape the city stronger. But the next day, his sister delivered even worse news. The virus was spreading much faster than the government's initial projections. Many quarantine zones had already been breached. She sternly warned Jack that no matter what happened, he must stay away from the isolation zones. She promised to come for him once the area was fully evacuated. After hanging up, Jack rushed back to the supermarket to stockpile more supplies. But by the time he got there, the shelves were nearly stripped bare. He scrambled to grab whatever food was left, shoved it into his bag, and ran out. Just as he stepped outside, a blood-soaked police officer clutching his arm came sprinting into the store. He slammed the door shut and locked it immediately. Jack stood there, paralyzed by what he was seeing. In the distance, people were screaming for their lives. Another officer was tackled to the ground by an infected man who let out a bone-chilling shriek. Jack's instinct was to run and help, but the terrifying sight of the infected person froze him in his tracks. Eventually, two officers managed to take down the zombie. However, the officer who had first ducked into the supermarket began showing signs of the infection himself. Terrified, Jack bolted toward his house. The moment he got inside, his first priority was to board up every door and window as tightly as possible.